Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Citlalli, and today I want to talk about feminism, decolonization, and liberation. So let me get this very clear. You don't have to be a feminist in order to call out the continuation of machista and misogynist attitudes and behaviors within our communities. We, under the system of white supremacy, in which we, for the last 5 centuries, have been trained to look up to European standards of manhood, European standards of womanhood, European standards of justice, it's all interlaid, right? And we have to understand that just because we are calling it out, and this is what happens as we're decolonizing, you can't be selective about what you're going to keep and what you're going to take. No, machismo, misogyny, that's dripping with Eurocentric ideas of gender, of sex, of masculinity, of femininity. It's dripping with it. So as we're trying to cleanse ourselves from this ideology of white supremacy, guess what? Machismo has to go. You cannot hold on to it and gain that false sense of confidence that it gives you, and then pretend that you can also work for the liberation of our people. And as you're working for the liberation of our people, continue treating women like shit because you have this false sense of superiority. It doesn't work like that. And that's what we have to do. So myself, I am a NICAN TLACA Indigenous woman. I am a warrior woman. When I see machismo and sexism, just like when I see homophobia and I see colorism and all this bullshit, we need to call it out. It's uncomfortable. People don't like having these confrontations, but guess what? It's fucking needed. We cannot continue decolonizing and creating these fake circles of acceptance where the underlying behaviors and attitudes are completely destroying our liberation struggle with this continual reinforcement of machismo and this acceptance of European feminism. We have to call them both out. But the ones that we're seeing right now and the ones that we are seeing the most detrimental, the most damaging is machismo. So no, you don't have to be a feminist, and you're waking up, you're a NICAN TLACA woman, and you see your brother continuing to treat you like shit, but then parading around like he's down for decolonization and down for our people. Believe me, in 20 years that I've been decolonizing, it's fucking hard. And I continue to see these behaviors and these attitudes against our women. And it feels like we just accept it because we think it's normal. Like, that's just the way it is. It's not the way it is. And what we have to do is filter. We have to filter ourselves so that way the future generations don't keep on reproducing these stupid ideas of European mentality of white supremacy. That's really what's at the core, the foundation of machismo is European culture and ideology. Why are we continuing to embrace these concepts that are completely killing us? They are destroying our liberation movements. So yes, let me be very clear. As an Indigenous woman, it is our responsibility to call out this sexism, to call out this machismo, to call out this misogyny. Just like it should be our responsibility to call out homophobia, to call out colorism. Any of these systems of attitudes and behaviors that are killing our liberation struggle, that are really harming and really dismantling the morale, the mentality, the strength and the courage behind such decolonization efforts, it needs to stop. We are not going to allow, we're not going to be selective of, oh, you know what, I'm decolonizing, but I like my macho-ness, I'm going to keep that, and then I'm going to treat my women like shit, but then I'm down for my people's liberation. No, that's not the way this works. These problems continue to exist because we're in this struggle of trying to decolonize ourselves into a model that has been destroyed by centuries of genocide and white supremacy. So it's really hard for us to get an example if we don't study, if we don't reach out to see what other answers we can find. So that's what's going on. It's a lot of lazy solutions to our condition of being colonized and filled and dripping with this white supremacy shit. So that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to say that it doesn't take a feminist to call out shit. Okay, we're gonna call out people, and that's what makes it uncomfortable. That's what makes it hard to be decolonizing, because you're seeing things that you were raised with. You're seeing behaviors that you were raised to accept and to embrace and to excuse. And that's not what we're gonna do anymore. This is a new generation of warriors. We're not gonna just smile and understand and take it and be like, oh, well, no. And we understand the machismo is dehumanizing. We understand that it's taken so many lives, that it's taken a lot of our a lot of our brothers away. But we have to also understand that we are at a point in our lives that we can't allow any of this to continue sabotaging our liberation struggles, our circles, ourselves, our relationships. This is beyond unacceptable. We have to really cleanse ourselves. And yeah, it means that we get rid of those mentalities that we grew up with, that we have accepted, that we continue to accept and normalize. That's not right. We have to cleanse ourselves. We have to reject machismo. We have to reject this Eurofeminism. We have to really seek NICAN, TLACA, indigenous-based solutions and concepts in order for us to reestablish our humanity without having to constantly attack each other, belittle each other, and have a false sense of superiority individually within our own groups. That's disgusting. And that is part of the problem. That is part of this agenda of white supremacy, is to have us so indoctrinated with these oppressive mindsets, right? Not just sexism, colorism, and misogyny, but of homophobia and all of these dislikes and these attitudes and behaviors that are really robbing us from a rich experience of truly decolonizing. So with that, I will leave you with those thoughts, that it doesn't take a feminist to call out machista bullshit. It takes someone that's trying to decolonize, and we gotta watch out for this. We gotta watch out. We're being attacked left and right, left and right. And then let me tell you one last thing. Just because we point out these behaviors and these attitudes does not mean we're attacking our people whatsoever. If anything, we're trying to make things right. We're trying to correct the wrong. We're trying to cleanse ourselves from this mierda of colonialism and white supremacy. Citlalli from NICAN TLACA Women Warriors. Thank you so much for all the support that I've received. I'm going to be making a lot more videos. We're going to be sharing podcasts. I'm really excited. But this issue, I had to make a video on because it's hitting a lot of circles, and we just got to be very vigilant, and we got to continue. We need to protect our circles. We need to protect ourselves from these ideologies that manifest themselves into a lot of disgusting and horrible acts. So please guard your circle. Please protect yourself. And we have the right to protect our circles. We have the right to protect each other as brothers and sisters. So with that, Tlaxcamati, Citlalli.